Hey everybody, Matthew Pillmore here again. Welcome back to the VIP Financial Ed channel. If it's your first time here, consider subscribing. We talk about a lot of very, very cool things. I mean, if you're nervous about what the economy has in store, like many people are, I'm anxious, excited for it because there's going to be a tremendous amount of opportunity when that happens. If you are more comfortable with a lot of peace of mind and stability, if you like control over your money, if you're tired of overspending on banking, like payments to your mortgage, for example, if you haven't taken one of your mortgage slips out recently and looked at the ratio between what you spend in interest to principal each month, it might be a good time to do that. Start reflecting on where you can start to plug leaks inside your overall strategy. And if you become more proactive with your banking, I assure you, very, very cool things can happen to you as well. So on this channel, we focus on credit, where we start looking and sounding the way the banks want us to, and that isn't always going to match up with logic. Believe me, these are very highly analyzed decisions and that go into banking rules. It's much like a casino, and very psychologically, these banks are strategizing to extract your money from you. So we are here to do everything we can to counteract that. And today I'm going to share with you a way that you can get access to a ton of extra money. I've shown previous examples of this, and I think the more I can continue to demonstrate how much opportunity you have when you are liquid, when you get debt weapons and you begin to stack them up. Now, if debt weapons is a new term to you, that's something that we teach about on this channel. And essentially these are tools that come in hundreds of different types of shapes and sizes, perhaps even thousands, because they change regularly. And for the most part, the most popular debt weapons that I personally have relied on over the last, say, decade and a half while investing in real estate, investing in businesses, and just simply maximizing my personal financial position, they've changed all the time, and most of them have come through the banking institutions. Now, private money lenders can also provide access to various types of debt weapons, and again, they come in all shapes and sizes. It's almost like saying tools. Tools to a carpenter can mean a lot of different things. So keep in mind that these have to be narrowed down to the one that serves your purpose the best. A tractor doesn't necessarily serve you on a day-to-day basis unless you're a farmer. And so not all of us have the same need for all the same tools. In fact, every single one of our roadmaps ultimately ends up being different, and the same is true financially. So I'm going to share with you here on the screen a debt weapon that I've had available now for some time, and I've used it recently, and we've generated a significant amount of additional income as a result of investing with the money we have available. And imagine what you could do with that. In fact, I actually just got a voicemail from my friend JP, who has a very interesting business model set up where I'll probably end up putting money in. And imagine if you had done that same thing with Bitcoin. Now, I'm not here to try and encourage you to invest or not invest in cryptocurrencies or anything for that matter. I don't consider myself an investment advisor. This is not to be confused as investment advice. What I'm here to try and convey is that you have substantially more opportunity in front of you when you have access to money compared to if you didn't. You have twice as much opportunity, arguably, when you have access to twice as much money than if you didn't. So it's impossible to disagree with the concept that more money equals more opportunity. And I'm a big believer in leverage. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. Certainly, I always get backlash on videos like these. Had a really nice feller post a comment not long ago calling me some various profanities. I think idiot was involved in that, accusing me of being mentally disabled because I am a subscriber that you can get significantly further, significantly more quickly, for significantly less money by relying on other people's money than not. That was a concept that was taught to me at a very young age by people like Robert Kiyosaki. We talk often about him on this channel. And so if you don't believe in leverage, that's totally okay. But that's what these debt weapons are for. So let's go ahead and take a look at how we can use this to leverage. And first and foremost, the question is, let's have an experiment. I'd like to actually go to a bank. There's a branch directly below me on the main level of the building I'm in right now. I'm gonna actually use a debt weapon that was provided to me by that bank. And the first thing I'm going to do is to transfer the availability of that into my checking account, which remains mostly unused. In fact, this debt weapon we've used from time to time, and you can see some of that activity here. Okay, this activity will clearly kind of share with you the recent use. We just used a small amount of it, made a small investment, it exponentially returned. We rapidly pay it off, and you can see the minimal amounts of interest that were paid over the last handful of months, right? So we've got about $6.95 in total interest costs over the time that we used this account. Now, one fact that I think is important to remind you about, that you may have seen me teaching on some of the other videos on this channel. Paying higher interest rates over a very short period of time will result in potentially substantially less total interest costs than paying very low interest rates over a very long period of time, say like a mortgage. So keep in mind that interest costs are what matter most. It is not the actual interest rate that you should be paying closest attention to. So while you attack and eliminate your balances very quickly, as long as we compress that timetable for which we repay our balances through debt weapon utilization, the amounts of interest costs that we pay to get access to that money in the first place becomes very, very minimal. So let's go ahead and take a look and see whether or not we can do this. You can see as I scroll up on the screen here that the account is current, no payment is due, the existing balance on this is zero. We've got $18,600 available at this particular moment in time. And the easiest thing to do here is to go ahead and transfer using the functions on their website. Now, I'm used to doing this through a mobile device. One thing that I've become very appreciative and grateful about is the technology advancements that have happened since we were first taught about this stuff way back in the mid-2000s. We didn't have access to all the apps that we do now. So this process was a little more time intensive, and today we can do this very, very quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer to checking. There's a small current balance in the checking account, and with the $18,600 available credit, I'm going to go ahead and do an $18,000 total, and then I'm going to go downstairs and see if we can get access to this money right away. I'm not going to put any memos here for the time being. I'm going to go ahead and just continue. And it looks like I need to just submit. And it has now given me a confirmation. Transaction has been made, and shows me that I have an available credit now of $600 on the debt weapon, and the balance in the checking account is now $18,387. Now, again, imagine if I was able to take $18,000 and go out and buy a property with it as a down payment. Imagine if I was able to take $18,000 and go and invest it. Imagine if I had invested $18,000 into Bitcoin back in 2010 or 11. It would be a very different scenario today, let me assure you. Imagine if I could take $18,000 and go out and pay off really high interest credit cards. Imagine if I could take $18,000 and apply it towards a mortgage. Do you realize that applying $18,000 to even historic low interest rates, meaning you have, say, a 3, 4, 4.5% interest rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage, and you apply an $18,000 lump sum amount to that mortgage, you will get, in most cases, either dollar for dollar all the way up to 5 times the face value of that specific lump sum payment in future interest costs eliminated. Okay? So you will eliminate as much as 2 to 5 times the face value of that lump sum amount in future interest costs on that mortgage. That is remarkable. And you can see that in some of our other videos. Make sure you go out and check those out. But in order to keep this video short, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take off and go down to the bank and see if we can't just get access to this money now. So let's go for a quick walk. All right, so we're going to go ahead and walk down and see if these guys can't help. All right, guys, so I'm sitting outside the bank downstairs, and I'm going to hop in there. We just want to do this experiment. I've never gone in and tried to get almost 100% of the debt weapon availability in just one withdrawal moments after making the transfer from one account to the next. So I'd be very interested to see if this bank is willing to do that. So let's go ahead and pop in there and see what they're willing to do. I'm gonna try and keep the camera down since I know they don't want me filming while I'm in here.
Do you want it in cash or do you want
Yeah,
it in cash?
yeah.
Check?
Cash is fine. So what does this say under here?
It says I speak Farsi in Farsi.
Interesting. What's your favorite word in Farsi?
Probably kesafat.
That's not a bad word, right?
Perfect.
Thank you. What'd you get?
Santiago.
Oh, I like that place. Yeah, the other way. Yeah. No. That's right. There's nowhere to park. Hey, thanks for your service, by the way.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. They were really, I mean, I think they were coming in with 7-1 though, Philly.
I know.
So we didn't have much, we didn't stand a chance.
There's 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Thanks for all your help.
Did I give you your receipt? We're all set.
All right, we'll see you ladies back soon. Thanks. Appreciate all your help. All right, guys. So in under 18 minutes, 18 grand. 18 minutes, 18 grand. Money that wasn't mine, that I can go out and invest with and make substantially more money. Again, it can be used for absolutely anything. It's my cash. So that just goes to show you how powerful a debt weapon can be for you. If this is your first time on the channel, like I said, we'd love it if you considered subscribing. Make sure you hit that like button if you want to see more videos about how we go out and get cash. But just so you can see what they gave me here, I'm going to try and do this without getting mugged. This is the beauty of living in Denver. You couldn't do this in too many places, but these are all $100 bills. Let's do something together, guys. If you haven't yet gotten on the calendar for your one-on-one consultation, you can do that by using the link in the description below. That consultation is anywhere between 30 to 60 minutes long, and basically we just take you through a process of what would it look like for you if you started to manage your credit and your capital and your cash flow differently. How quickly could you pay off all your debt, not just your non-mortgage debts, but pay off all of your mortgages as well? How much more quickly could you do things like invest in real estate if you had access to lots and lots of money? So guys, thank you for checking out this video. Hit that like button if you want us to do more videos regarding debt weapons and how they're used, and make sure you subscribe. We'll see you on the next video. Until then, make it a great day and take care. Bye-bye.